Government at all levels need a painstaking analysis of the capital and recurrent expenditure, as well as revenues, in budgeting for the smooth running of the economy they govern. A financial plan is therefore needed for a defined period to streamline the expenditure process, which is in accordance with the Fiscal Responsibility Law of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. Recently, the Governor of Ogun State, Prince Govt Abeokuta, presented the 2024 to 2026 medium-term fiscal framework and the 2024 Budget and Appropriation Bill to the Ogun State House of Assembly to culminate the budget process. The Governor, while presenting the budget christened Budget of Sustained Growth and Development to the floor of the State House of Assembly, says the year 2024 budget is expected to sustain its administration's quest for shared prosperity through the Ishaya mantra by providing an enabling environment for business to thrive.
The 2024 budget proposal is the fifth prepared by this administration. It reflects the serious challenges currently facing our state, the key reforms necessary to address them, and the imperative to achieve higher, more inclusive, diversified, and sustainable growth. Against this backdrop, the year 2024 Appropriation Bill has therefore been titled the Budget of Sustained Growth and Development. The Budget of Sustained Growth and Development. The expected to sustain our decision's quest for shared prosperity through the Ishaya mantra. Our objective is to create an enabling environment for businesses and industries to thrive through friendly policies and provision of infrastructure, collaboration, fiscal prudence, and quality service delivery, expanding the revenue base in the area of IGR, and also ensuring timely completion of ongoing developmental projects through equitable and effective distribution and allocation of available resources.
Abeokuta explained that the new year would witness massive construction of infrastructure coupled with economic development. It therefore highlighted the key capital projects for 2024.
We will continue to accord priority attention to the completion of all ongoing projects across the Ishaya development pillars. We will pay attention to projects with revenue potentials, projects that can enhance employment generation, projects consistent with priorities articulated in the State Economic Development Plan and Strategy 2021 to 2025, and projects that align with the 7 thematic areas contained in the medium-term National Development Plan 2021 to 2025, namely economic growth and development, infrastructure, public administration, which includes governance, security, and international relations, human capital development, social development, regional development, and plan implementation, communication, financing, monitoring, and evaluation.
He enumerated the budget allocation sector by sector.
A total expenditure of 703.03 billion is proposed for the state government in the year 2024. This proposed expenditure comprises 287.37 billion as recurrent and 415.6 billion as capital. Personnel costs will be 95.05 billion. Consolidated revenue cost will be 27.35 billion. Public debt charge will be 59.09 billion. Overhead costs will be 105.88 billion. And capital expenditure will be 415.66 billion. Education is being allocated 109 billion, 209 million and 62,000, representing 60% of the budget. Health, it's been allocated 81 billion, 185 million, and 66,000, representing 12% of the budget. Housing, 28 billion, 886 million, 43,000, representing 4% of the budget. Agriculture and food security, 14 billion, 213 million, and 3,000, representing 2% of the budget. Infrastructure, 209 billion, 122 million, and 60,000, representing 30% of the budget. Recreation and recreation culture, 22 billion, 872 million, 69,000, representing 3% of the budget. Social protection, 28 billion, 692 million, 8,000, representing 4% of the budget. General public service, 31 billion, 125 million, 49,000, representing 4% of the budget. General public service, financial and fiscal, 34 billion, 954 million, 27,000, representing 5% of the budget. General public service, general personnel, 1 billion, 939 million, 79,000, representing 3% of the budget, representing 0.3% of the budget. Public order and safety, 12 billion, 187 million, 63,000, representing 2% of the budget. Economic affairs, 3 billion, 83 million, 22,000, representing 0.4% of the budget. Judiciary, 7 billion, 29 million, 32,000, representing 1% of the budget. Legislature, 14 billion, 12 million, 7,000, representing 2% of the budget. Statewide, 104 billion, 114 million, 11,000, representing 15% of the budget. Total, 3 billion and 28 million, 1,000, being 100%.
Earlier, the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Olakunle Oluomo, in his welcome address, says the people of the state are witnesses to the excellent performance of the governor, enumerating the achievement of the 10th legislature.
At the inception of this administration, about 5 years ago, only a few inside who understood your dream as the governor of the state, particularly that of rebuilding our state and making it real in an unprecedented manner among communities of states in the country. Your Excellency, without mincing words, the good people of Ogun State and indeed the entire country are all living witness to Your Excellency's ongoing monumental achievements. I wish to inform all here present that this House, as a legislative institution for the state, has been performing its function, constitutional duties, and responsibilities to the government and people of Ogun State respectively in the noble ways. We have succeeded within the few months that we inaugurated the 10th Assembly, passed 5 bills, 4 under consideration, while 12 motions are already passed as resolution. All this resolution has direct bearing on the life of our people. Oversight function. It is pertinent to mention that the State House has equally ensured that funds appropriated in the year 2022 budget were expended on projects for which they are meant through our oversight function of various ministries, departments, and agencies of the state. The exercise, which was concluded on Thursday, 28th of October, was quite revealing. Our quasi-judicial function. The House also mediates in so many issues in the recent past, the last 4-5 months, that may have caused disharmony among citizens and stakeholders or the breach of peace of the state. Most of the honorable members and staff have been exposed to relevant capacity building program this year 2023, courtesy approval of Your Excellency and our technical partners. I want to say as well that the professionals amongst us have been given the opportunity to attend their professional annual conferences like the MBA, CIPM, ANAN, ICANN, etc. Your Excellency, we look forward to you annually for continued support of this training and attention and participation of our staff in their professional organizational forum.
Receiving the budget, Oluomo assured the governor of the legislature unflinching support, saying that the House would ensure a speedy passage of the budget.
The 2024 Commission Bill, titled Budget of Sustained Growth and Development, has just been presented by His Excellency to all of us. It's another milestone in the march of this administration towards building the Ogun State of our dream. His Excellency and every member of the 10th Republic in the state have committed ourselves to the implementation of programs and projects that will actualize the realization of our goals. Ladies and gentlemen, without mincing words and being immodest, this occasion is yet another testimony to the vibrancy of this government. The people of Ogun State deserve nothing less than an innovative leadership as the head of the executive arm, a fearless judiciary, and a vibrant and articulate legislature. Our people must by now realize through the various projects, both completed and ongoing, that the administration of Prince Dr. Abeokuta meant well for the state, and we shall not relent on our horse to ensure that our state takes its pride of place among the Committee of State in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. On behalf of all honorable members of this House, I want to assure the executive arm of our cooperation and support of the legislature in the passage of laws and resolutions that will facilitate the provision of the needful infrastructure facilities and other necessities of life that will add value to the quality of life of our residents in the state.
Earlier, a statutory Treasury Board session, popularly known as Treasury Board meeting, was held at the Obas Complex, where heads of ministries, departments and agencies presented their proposed expenditure towards furthering the cause of building our future together agenda of Prince Dr. Abeokuta-led administration in the state. The budget presentation was witnessed by different dignitaries, including politicians, technocrats, former assembly members and public servants alike. Just Rights caught up with some of them, and they expressed their expectations in the fiscal year.
We need to congratulate our governor, Prince Dr. Abeokuta, CON, for the good works that he has been doing in the state, for the very competent way he has been piloting the affairs of the state, especially in the last 4 years. So much has been done: infrastructure, roads, hospitals, health centers, housing, physical planning, in all facets of of the state. And so, what we expect the budget to do is to consolidate on all the achievements and to improve on them. There's so much to be done for the good people of Ogun State, for them to benefit from democracy. And so this governor is going to address some of those areas so that Ogun State will continue to develop, be a destination for investments, for investors, be a haven of peace, being a haven of progress, and being a place where people can come, live, work, and play. So that budget is going to address some of those issues. We are going to build more roads, more schools, more hospitals, more housing, and generally to improve the life of our people. We just want to ask them to continue to support this government. This government has delivered on its mandate, on its promise in the last 4 years, but it will have been impossible without the support of our people, because governance is about people, it's for the people. So we want to ask them to continue to support this government, so that this government will continue to deliver that which it knows how to do, and that is good dividend for the people of our state, so that there will be peace, there will be enjoyment, there will be progress, there will be money in people's pockets, in these times of economic downturn.
The budget is for planning of activities to take, the activities that we should take in the year 2024. If we don't plan, all activities should be in futility. So the governor is presenting his the actions he will take. The money is expected that should come into his purse, and how he's going to spend it. The governor has been doing very, very well. My expectation is that next year will be a good year for Ogun State, because he has been doing well, and we expect that he should improve on what he has done so far. Our people, they should exercise patience. The stage at which we are presently is that we should exercise patience to see what actions the government will take to actually improve in our living standard. We shouldn't oppose the government. We should wait patiently to see what the government will do in 2024.
My own expectation is to see a budget of growth, budget of development, budget of improvement, budget of hope for those people at the grassroots, particularly on our infrastructures. We need to move a little bit forward. My own position is that we should endeavor to have the interest of our people in mind. Whatever is the situation, our priority should be what we are going to do in government that will affect, that will improve the lots of our people, particularly in your budgeting.
You can always expect the best from His Excellency, Prince Dr. Abeokuta, CON, given the fact that this is a budget that is drawn from the grassroots. It's not just a question of just throwing numbers at people. The governor went around all the 4 divisions of the state to really get clearly what the people wanted. One thing is for you to say you want to do something for your people. You might just conceptualize in your mind that you want to build a school in an environment. But if the people say that what they need is a healthcare center, then you need to change the process. And that's exactly the level of rigor that has gone into this budget preparation. So that whatever has been presented now is first getting clearly what the people from the grassroots wanted, and then looking through the numbers in terms of the financing. How much can we generate internally? How much are we going to get from the federal government allocation? How much do we really need to borrow? If we need to borrow, you have to borrow to projects that can add value. So these are the things that have been put together. I can tell you clearly that Ogun State indigenes, the citizenry, they should be expecting the best from His Excellency as usual. He has the heart of the people at mind, and like we normally say, the building of our future is a collective responsibility for everybody.
People should be expecting sports in Ogun State like never before. This is the first time we are having Ministry of Sport Development. It means that the administration actually planned to do something in the ministry, and by the grace of God, we are going to surpass what we've been seeing in Ogun State before. This administration is not an administration that just cook things or do things without planning. We have the plan in place already, and by the grace of God, the people of Ogun State should be expecting the best.
Expect more innovations in education, as well as consolidation of what we have done before. This year you will be seeing a lot of other developments, like construction of resource centers in all the 4 divisions of Ogun State. Educational resource centers in all the 4 divisions of Ogun State. You will also be seeing the rehabilitation of a number of more schools. Our technical colleges will also be rehabilitated. And apart from that, teaching and learning is going to be more interesting. The digitalization process we have started is going to be more pursued, because now the digital lesson notes for teachers will be launched, and that will make it easy for teachers, so that when you are teaching in Imeko, the same lesson plan, digital lesson plan that you are using is what somebody in Abeokuta is using, the same thing in Waterside, and so on and so forth. And then we are going to ensure that we use technology to drive things more than before. We are going to upgrade our digital platform for educational revitalization. We are going to ensure that there is more capacity building for teachers. And then we are going to make the classrooms more conducive for teachers and more conducive for learning. We are going to integrate more technology into it. We are going to supply smart equipment into our classrooms. So what we call smart classrooms, in line with modern realities that you find anywhere in the world. We are going to reposition our schools and going to make sure that learners have all the resources, and the teachers also have the resources to do their teaching and learning. Of course, for tertiary institutions, this year expect the commencement of legacy projects in our tertiary institutions. I know His Excellency has that in plan, and he has also promised that starting from this year we'll start having special projects in tertiary institutions, and as well there will be scholarship for students to help in the area of meeting all these issues of fuel subsidy removal and then exchange rate that has actually gone up, so that more and more students can actually continue to be in school, so that we can reduce the out of school phenomenon.
What you've been seeing so far That's just the tip of the iceberg. We're just laying foundation for the real structure in environmental governance. And just be on the lookout for the real sustainable and enduring infrastructures that will support all our plans, our programs, our desires and aspirations that have been given so far. Be on the lookout for it. When we talk about the city landscape, we're going to start seeing our city becoming more green. We're going to start seeing more public toilets. We're going to see efficiency in waste collection by the grace of God. And when it comes by emission control, yes, we're going to see more, and noise pollution reduction. You're going to see more in the activity. So we already set our staff, train them, and empower them to have the shared vision. So it's all about shared vision and about joint commitment to doing the right thing.
Budget presentation, though an annual ritual, comes with great expectations and consent from citizens and stakeholders in the governing process because it tells how the socio-economic prosperity of the state would look like in the new fiscal year. Hence, agencies of government saddled with responsibility of ensuring its performance must ensure thorough implementation. In Ogun State, the Building Our Future Together agenda continues with sustainable growth and development and prosperity of the citizenry. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn, àjọṣe gbogbo wa ni.